Okay then, we're back, and in this video I'm going to walk you through the setup process for the DJI Mini 5 Pro. Now, I won't have the chance to fly it for a few days yet. We're having a bit of a storm here in the UK. It's not a political term, it's an actual storm coming in from the Atlantic. But in the meantime, I wanted to set up the DJI Mini 5 Pro, and to do so I have obviously charged the 3 batteries that came with the Fly More combo. And so we should have a full battery to go through the setup with. I fully expect this to require a software update. So to set that up, you can hear that the moment I put the battery into the drone itself, I have that set up. I used the QR code on the packaging to download the DJI Fly app. So I have it installed and set up. It is the latest version. Sadly, it's not available from the Google Play Store, so you need to go through a bit of side loading, but it's fairly simple. If you'd like to see a video on how to do that, let us know in the comments and I'll do my best to make a video or a YouTube short on how to install the DJI Fly app. But what we're going to do now is press the connection button on the DJI Fly app. We need to allow access to everything. So I'm going to say, while using the app, yes, allow everything. Let me go back one. Okay, DJI other permissions, we need to give them access to everything. Show on lock screen. Open new windows when running and display pop-up windows. So we want the DJI Fly app to do that so that you can still carry on flying your drone whilst things are going on your screen. I'm going to go to Connection app. It is recommended to allow app to access media files, to save files captured or import files to editor. Go to Setting, allows all. This is now initializing. We have data here. You see that it now knows that we're in the recommended zone for flying apps. Maintenance checklists, everything's there, but we want to go to Connection Guide. Usual connection and activation instructions, flight safety tips and tutorial comes up. In this case, we want to go with DJI Mini, Mini 5 Pro. No resources available, download resource first. So we need to download what seems to be around about 50 megabytes of data. Good thing I'm on Wi-Fi here because it does require quite a lot of data to get set up, especially if you are going to be setting this up. You don't want to do it last minute whilst you're out and about over 4G, because you are looking at gigabytes of data to set things up. Right, next up, it's recommending we set up, let me push this back a little, setting up the controller. So I'm going to take the flight sticks out. These are the latest generation of ones. They screw into the controller joypads, so they come out of the bottom here. Then I'm going to screw it in here. I like the new soft touch plastic in here. Next up, we've done that. We will need a cable to set that up, but as we saw in the unboxing, that's already there. So set all that up. Camera view. So I'm going to go with standard text. So RC not connected, that's fine. So to connect the RC, I do need to set up the controller, which means I'm going to pull out the drawer, pull out the USB-C cable, is that a fixed one? It sure feels like it. So let's try connecting the controller here. So this goes into the USB-C on the phone, and then I'm going to wedge it into the drawer. So that's it done. Now I'm going to press the power on button, tap it once, and then long press it to turn it on. Usual DJI noise coming out there. and you'll see that it then gives us open DJI Fly to access DJI RCN23. Always use DJI when it is connected. Okay. So there we go. Activate DJI device. Now this is where things get complicated. By tapping activate, you agree with the DJI aircraft terms of use, which is a document that you can see in the DJI Fly app on the DJI website. It's essentially all the terms of use of this remote control aircraft, and also make sure you're complying with all local rules. So you agree to that and it activates your DJI device. So this is then going to speak to home, see if there's any updates required. DJI Care Refresh, you now have 48 hours to purchase this. It's essentially low-cost replacements of your drone if it gets damaged. That includes water damage and flyaway coverage if you lose your device. So at the moment, don't want that. I'm going to skip it, but I have 48 hours to decide. And you can see that it's downloading firmware in the background. So the new firmware for the DJI Mini 5 Pro, version 1.00.0300, so not quite binary, almost there. But as you can see, it's now adding master shots, which is something I quite enjoyed using on the DJI Mini 3 Pro. Added shooting scenes such as standard and cycling to omnidirectional active track. So this is one of the cool features of the DJI Mini 5 Pro, is that it includes active track, which means it will assist you in following a subject, including in this case a cyclist. It also offers improved low light performance in 50 megapixel photo mode, improved quick transfer speed and stability, added support for entering quick transfer mode by pressing the side button on the aircraft, fixed some known issues. And there is also a 2 megabyte update for the remote controller itself, fixed some known issues. With DJI, I have been a little bit disappointed by their software recently. It's not necessarily with this product, it's with the DJI Osmo 360. DJI Studio on Windows was an absolute mess. It didn't export panoramic video, despite that being its primary purpose. It was really quite painful. I'm in the lucky position where I also had a couple of Macs to do exports on, and those worked fine. But yeah, overall, my confidence in DJI's software has been bumped a little. And as we're now still downloading the software, it's at a 20% state, I'm going to, through the magic of editing, skip this part for you and be back once the download and the installation is complete. So I'll see you soon. Okay, thanks to the magic of editing, I'm back in a few seconds, but just be aware that these two updates took around about 15 minutes to install. So, once you've done that, it tells you that the firmware has been updated, that the device will automatically power off to restart. So I'm clicking got it. So there you go. That is the software update complete. And so now if I go to connect to aircraft, DJI Mini 5 Pro, it suggests powering it on. So to do that, as usual, with DJI products, you need to tap the power button once and then long hold. So tap and then long hold. Once you have this sort of muscle memory, it will switch the device on. And now you can see my dirty sweatshirt and the controller. That means that the device is actually connected. So that's here on the controller, you can see that. Right, so that is how to set up and update your DJI Mini 5 Pro. If you have any questions, if you'd like to know anything more, please do leave us a comment in the section below. We'll do our best to get back to you. As usual, I'll leave links in the description to where you too can purchase the DJI Mini 5 Pro and any accessories from the DJI store on Amazon UK. And as usual, if you purchase from there, you'll be supporting the Tech Travel Geeks with your purchase. Small percentage comes to us through an affiliate link, so that's one way of supporting us. Another, as usual, is to subscribe to the Tech Travel Geeks if you don't already. We cover consumer electronics, gadgets, accessories, anything we think makes the travel experience better. But for now, thank you very much for watching, and I'll speak to you soon.